Hey guys, this is Squared Circle Rants. I am RC Gade, and today I'm going to go through the casting of the Iron Claw. The Claw. No, not that one. Not that one. But we love you, Jim. Let's get you. Hey guys, like I said, today I'm going to go through the casting, or the casting so far, of the movie The Iron Claw. For those that don't know, I mean, if you're watching this channel in Squared Circle Rants, pretty much know it's a wrestling channel, but for those that don't know, The Iron Claw follows the story of the Von Erichs, a dynasty of wrestlers who made a great impact on the sport from the 1960s to present day. And so far, we don't have a release date. We don't even have posters. I think the only pics that have come out so far is of Zac Efron's body transformation. God, that dude can put on muscle. I'll give it to him, man. He looks good. But yes, that's all we really know so far. And I will bring up a picture here of Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich, and then we'll do a side-by-side just to show you how they look. This is a picture of the tremendous body transformation Zac Efron put on. Looking good. Got that Von Erich bowl cut, or the Kevin Von Erich bowl cut. So he looks close. And actually, before we go into the whole cast and I compare each one, because I'm going to. That's what I want to do. Come along for the ride. Before we go through all those, I do want to make mention that, yes, a lot of these actors don't look like the actual wrestlers. And it was Jim Cornette recently on one of his podcasts made a good point on that. I mean, we all do it. You know, even if it's, well, for any, based on true story, we always kind of line up the real person versus who portrayed them. We always want them to look exactly like them, or at least close, you know, have the mannerisms down, how they talked, what they did. But Jim Cornette made a really good point on that, saying, well, the reason you don't see a lot of actors that look like those wrestlers, because that's what really made them famous. I'm not quoting verbatim, obviously. But that's what made him, a big part of what made him famous. No one looked like those guys. Like no actor, no bodybuilder, no football player. The people you saw in wrestling, there was no one like them. So in that aspect, yes, it makes it not that bad if the actor doesn't quite look like the other guy. Like I said in previous episodes, I look at Zac Efron, who, yeah, looks great, looks wonderful, but as buff as he was, I'm like, he looks a little more like Carrie there. Until, like, I think one of the only, it wasn't a poster, it was like an inside look, and I again showed it on a previous episode of him doing a drop kick, and that's when I could see it. I'm okay, yeah, he definitely has the body type. Definitely going for the look, but of course, there's only one Kevin Von Erich. Zac Efron is not going to look exactly like him, but he's getting damn close. And actually, here, I'll show that here. Pretty damn close. He's got that very tight tone, lean muscle, not bulky like Carrie. So yeah, very good, and especially this is a newer pick I found. I'll bring it up again. The bowl cut. It looks good. It looks good. Definitely of its time, but it looks good. Now speaking on Zac Efron, looking like Carrie Von Erich originally, I was surprised to see who plays Carrie, because I really wanted to know. I'm like, if this is Zac Efron playing Kevin Von Erich, who the heck are they going to get? Because they got to be bulkier and buffer. And I was shocked. I was a little shocked. I like the actor, who is Jeremy Allen White. phenomenal actor. For those who don't really follow him or don't recognize him, he was a part of Shameless. If you haven't seen that, I don't know what to tell you. But no, interesting show. I'm not trying to plug the show, but I've seen this actor, done a really good job. I know he's got a new series up on Hulu right now, if I'm thinking correctly. Of course, I could have just IMDb'd that. But yes, tremendous actor. However, when you compare him to Kevin or Carrie Von Erich, I was about to say Kevin, I'm not too confident. I mean, obviously he could pull off, he has the acting chops to pull off the role, but when you look at him side by side, if he really wants to get into this, he's going to have to bulk up good. And I'm waiting to see those pictures. Yeah, he's got a long way to go physically. He's got to grow the hair out, I think. I don't know, would you consider that a mullet? Yeah, like a feathery mullet? I mean, he's got the hair. He's got that kind of, not curly, but wavy, feathery. So yeah, I mean, unless they just slap prosthetics on him, make it look good with a little movie magic. Okay, I can see that. Because there was that argument between actors. I know this is not wrestling related. But there are some actors who go that extra mile. Hey, let's point to Zac Efron. Look at that. To really get into the role, to not just mentally get into the role, but physically. Like they'll either lose a ton of weight, gain a ton of weight, gain a ton of muscle, lose a ton of muscle. And of course, some other actors just say, well, why not just do prosthetics? You know, why go through all that? And I can kind of agree. I mean, you don't have to destroy your body just to give a great performance, because sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, we don't know how well this movie is going to work out. This is all we know so far. But yeah, physically he has a long way to go unless they, really cover him with prosthetics. Next up, let's get into who's playing David Von Erich, who is played by Harris Dickinson. Oh, there's a Letterkenny joke right there. But yeah, Harris Dickinson. Don't know too much about him. He looks a little familiar. I'm even going through his IMDb here real quick to see if any movies pop up at me. The King's Man pops up, but I haven't watched it yet. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not just a wrestling nerd. But I enjoyed the other two movies, just haven't had a chance to go see it. Apparently he was also in Beach Rats, the show Trust, County Lines. Nothing really popping up. In my head at least, nothing that really goes, oh, that dude. But he got a good build on him, and as you can see here in this picture, basic build, not too bulky, not too tight, which I guess is close to David. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. The Von Erichs are not a family I followed for many years. I think towards the end of the big... I mean, I was born in 86, so let's just say that. I was born in 86. I didn't grow up watching them. Much of what I know of them is just watching old videos, documentaries, stuff like that. I know, I've heard many different versions of what happened. There's been many documentaries. But when you put these two side to side, they look darn close. I know David, if I remember correctly, they really pushed as the star of the Von Erichs, because apparently he was really good on the microphone, really good in the ring. But you put these two side to side, and there's no knowing how much further Dickinson is going to go to bulk up, look, but so far, I mean, just I'm assuming this is from an old movie I just grabbed from of his, and he looks darn close. Gonna have to get that bowl cut out. What would you call that? Like a bowl cut? Um, what's the word? Bowl cut mullet? Like just bowl hair, a little long. I mean, that's what it looks like he's got there. But darn close. Don't know much about the actor. Then let's move on to, there's Mike Von Erich. I believe he was the youngest, second youngest. Maybe I should have done more research, or I just popped on here to entertain you guys. You're welcome. Anywho, but yes, Mike Von Erich. I know he didn't get as big as the other brothers, and I'm not talking size, but I think was he the sickly one? I can't remember. But anyway, another actor I'm not too familiar with playing Mike Von Erich is Stanley Simmons. Stanley Simmons? Yeah. I know when I was looking up photos for him, I accidentally put in 2 M's and it went, oh, you mean Simmons? No. Not Gene or his son. Quickly again, gonna go through here, see if I don't recognize any movies. But for those that want to know, he was in Superior, Law and Order Special Victims episode, Little America, Angelfish. Looking at photos here, nothing really popping up. And I guess it could be just with the picture I found. I'm not seeing, I don't know, the face a little bit, at least the 2 pictures I found. He looks, I mean, they found someone who looks a little like him. We don't know what he's going to look like in the end. But hey, close enough. Looks cool. I don't know a whole lot about Mike. I think I know more about Kevin, Carrie, and the father. Yeah. I mean, we don't know. I don't know the actor. He could pull it off, could make it worse. We'll find out when we find out. And speaking of the father, we go to a longtime actor, Holt McConnelly. Don't hurt me, Holt. I'm trying. But this actor, you may recognize a little bit more. He, like I said, legendary actor. He's been around quite a while. But he's playing the Faja. The, what do they call that? The patriarch? Yeah, the patriarch of the Von Erichs. But I've definitely seen this guy's movies. I'm not going to lie and say I followed every one of his movies. Sometimes I forget the name, but he's definitely one of those actors you go, oh, him. But yes, he was in, actually more recently, Mindhunters, Fight Club from years ago, Lights Out, I don't remember that one, Shot Caller, but yeah, there's more you can look up on Holt. Been around quite a long time. Great actor. So I know he could, like, out of all the actors in here, I can see him doing a great portrayal because he's really good. And actually doesn't look too far off from Fritz. I mean, this is an older picture of Fritz. Holt is an older man, so I'm assuming that's one of the reasons they made him Fritz. But he does have a closeness, as you can see here. They probably might do a little prosthetics, maybe give him a little belly. Not making fun of Fritz. Actually, I kind of want to see him doing the claw, or what was the pose? Yeah, love to see it. So I think he's going to do a wonderful job playing Fritz. Or I'm a little biased. I have a lot of confidence in him. There we go. I found words. Hooked on phonics. So those were who is playing the Von Erichs so far, as we know. But there you have it, folks. That was the cast so far for the upcoming movie, The Iron Claw, the movie based on the infamous Von Erich family. I don't know when it's going to be out. I can't wait to see it. I'm actually going through these. I got a little more excited. I really want to see what they'll do with this film. I mean, I've said in a previous recording, it's a based on a true story film, so we know they're going to omit a lot of facts. They're going to add some things, and we don't know. I mean, we have the plot, but we don't know how they're going to present it. We don't, there's just a lot we don't know. But so far, I'm a little excited, especially as a wrestling fan. I'm sure there's going to be things in there I didn't know, and then, of course, I'm going to be listening to wrestling podcasts, listening for, did they get everything right? What did they get wrong? Definitely, definitely got to hear Cornette's thoughts on this. I don't know if he spent much time with Von Erich, though. Huh. See, I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm not a smart one. But yeah, there you have it, folks. Please follow Squared Circle Rants, not just the hashtag, but follow us on Twitter, TikTok. Well, us, it's me. Anyway, follow Squared Circle Rants on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, where I post. I also post under RC Gate, which you can find me on those networks as well. But yes, again, follow the hashtag, follow me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if you like this. Heck, give me a dislike. Doesn't that even help too? Like, if you really hated this, dislike it, but that might mean more viewership for me. Is that how this works? I don't know how this works. I'm just trying, folks. But yes, hope you enjoyed that. You guys have a wonderful day.
Smell. You